Hi, Kevin from Darby Training Systems here. Today we're going to be talking about the front rack position. A lot of people have issues with that front rack position. You need it if you're going to front squat. You need it if you plan on doing any kind of Olympic lifting where you have to catch the bar for a power or full clean. I'll show you the sequence. I'm going to emphasize to you on your own, you'll have to play around with the individual segments and see which area you should choose to focus on more. This sequence will take about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's something you can do prior to front squatting or Olympic lifting where you need that front rack position. First thing we're going to use is a lacrosse ball here. This one we sell on our Darby Training Systems website, but you can buy a lacrosse ball wherever you like. So the first thing is going to be a combination of rolling with some trigger point work. We're going to landmark. If I flex my forearm, you can see this groove right here. That's where the ball is going to be positioned. We're just going to position ourselves right above there. I'm going to drop our weight down. Notice that my forearm is sitting against my abdomen, and I'm just dropping the weight down, and I'm going to take that wrist into extension, move it around. I'm going to take it into flexion, move it around, back into extension, move it around, back into flexion, move it around. From there, I'm going to transition to my tricep. My hand goes on the back of the head, and I'm just going to drop my weight again. I'm just going to roll that ball, focusing more where the tendons attach on the elbow. Adjust the position. This takes me a little deeper into the belly of the tricep muscle. Again, where I feel an opportunity, where I really feel I'm in a trigger point, 8 to 10 small movements with some extension. 8 to 10 small movements with some extension. The transition from there, or the next part of the sequence, is using the band at the rack. So now with the band, I loop it with a double band. I get the band on the back of my forearm, hook with my hand, and I'm going to lean with my weight. And I'm just going to unwind the fascia in that forearm. I'm targeting some deep front arm line here. I'm just unwinding, getting lots of traction there, and then unwinding that forearm. The transition, I pull one band through the other. My arm drops down through the band, so it's hooked just above my elbow. Grabbing onto my wrist, taking into extension, and getting that traction at the elbow, taking the elbow into its full extension, and I'm working that arm into radial and ulnar deviation. Just back and forth from that position. Final position, I put that wrist into full extension, I put my body weight behind it, and I just lean in, making sure that my whole hand stays planted, and I can just drop my body down. I can rotate a little bit, drop my body down, rotate a little bit, drop my body down, and rotate a little bit. And that is the sequence. So what you'll notice after you've done that is I've got a significantly more range of motion on that right side than on that left side. What you can do once you've got that position is you can physically hold onto your hand and push to the ceiling. Push to the ceiling. Push to the ceiling and do an isometric to really lock that range of motion in. A lot of people struggle with this front rack position. We've given you a sequence here. You may need to focus on specific parts of that sequence, but it's something you can use 2 to 3 minutes before you're doing any sort of front squat or Olympic lifting variation where you need to do a clean. Remember, you have to be mobile to move.